Welcome back to Shop Talk. I'm Lexi Schultz. We now have with us interior designer extraordinaire, Ivy Almario. Ivy is the co-founder of the s.o.f.a School of Interior Design. Hi, Ivy.
Hi.
I am in the presence of greatness.
Here. Oh my goodness.
In terms of the interior design world, I mean, people seem to see you as a rock star.
Thank you for the word rock. It makes me feel young.
Forever young. It's all a frame of mind.
Forever young, that's right.
Okay, so let's start with your history. You finished with design in UST.
Yes, yes.
One of the more well-known schools here for interior design, isn't it?
Correct, yes.
But you decided to move away right away. You moved to the States right after graduating.
Right. Inadvertently. I just went to the States for vacation.
Okay.
And
you never came back.
And I never came back. The rest is history.
And why did you decide to stay over there and maybe pursue your career there first?
Okay. This is a testament to how good the school UST was, because just on a fluke, it was really a vacation, and I said, might as well pack my thesis, who knows, right? The very first week, my mom said, you know, you better hook up with this guy. He's an interior designer, he's a Filipino, his name is Paco de la Rosa, and maybe, you never know. So I show Paco my portfolio, and he tells me, go next door to Yates Silverman. I know the design director, Louis Pereira, and check, show him your portfolio. As soon as I showed my portfolio, I was hired that very afternoon.
I'm sure it were easier as well for people now, but
yeah,
back
because
then it was very easy.
It was very loose.
But it made your career just bloom.
Yes.
You learned a lot of good traits from there, you were saying.
Definitely, yes. It was the best master's degree. I mean, learning in America, because they have polished, for them, interior design is a business.
It's a system.
It's a system, and that's why you can propagate it. It can become self-sustaining.
Even for a startup, right?
Even for a startup. So that's really what's wonderful about having learned my craft and honed my craft in America.
But it's nice that you came back. Thank you.
I know.
So the Philippines can also take advantage of your prowess.
Thank
you. You established with your sister, is
My
it?
sister, Cynthia, we established Atelier Almario.
Okay.
Yes, it's been maybe 15 years already that we're together.
And maybe we can talk about some of your most happening projects that you've done through the years.
Okay.
So you've done a lot of resorts.
Yes, together with a partner, Manny Sampson, we did a lot of resorts all over the Pacific Rim.
And this was already during the Atelier
Yes,
Almario?
it was actually a Samson Almario collaboration.
Okay.
Right.
And some of them were St. Regis Resort in Bali.
Yes, correct.
You're traveling a lot.
Singapore
And then
Airlines.
also the Ritz-Carlton and the Westin Langkawi in Malaysia.
Yes. They were all Manny's clients. Manny was a friend of ours in Los Angeles. He is, in fact, the godfather of my son. We were really close friends. We didn't even know we lived next door to each other until the time came that he was so busy, and he called the girls, and he says, hey, bail me out, I'm dying here. And we gladly succumbed because of his fantastic projects.
But when you do a project, when you do a project, is it your design aesthetic, or is it very much about a collaboration?
Okay. What's wonderful with the Samson Almario collaboration is it's quite defined.
Okay.
I do the conceptualizing. It's my vision. It's easier that way because I'm very fast in conceptualizing. Usually when you're doing a hotel, your main enemy is time.
Right.
Right? So,
deadlines.
Deadlines. So I do the conceptualization. Manny is very good with talking to clients. He's very good with talking to project managers and architects, and his construction documentation is excellent. And then my sister Cynthia, on the other hand, does the color and material. So the three of us spread the work so that we can move on from project to project.
But we do have some pictures of not necessarily hotels, but we do have. You do a lot of renovations as well here.
Yes,
so maybe we can run through some of them.
Sure, that would be
All right,
nice.
so first we have Romulo Cafe.
Romulo Cafe.
Okay, close to ABS.
Very close to ABS.
It's in the area. What did you decide to do with it? How did you find it, and what did you turn it into?
All right. We are partners, my husband, Yong Nieva, and I, and Sandy and Enzo Squilantini are partners at Romulo Cafe. They were the ones who invited us to investigate Quezon City. They said they found the site, we drove by, we did an ocular inspection, and we said, yeah, it could work.
And so from what we see now, is this what we're...
Which is the before.
The before, and then you've turned it into... What aesthetic did you plan for it?
I said that for it to be, they were very proud of their grandfather, Carlos P. Romulo. So the first thing I asked for was, could you please give me the family album? So I gleaned some elements, a lot of elements from their house in Forbes, Kasiyahan.
Right.
And in a modern twist, I placed them at Romulo Cafe.
And this is a Filipino restaurant.
It's pure 100% cholesterol-laden Filipino food.
That's a juxtaposition, isn't it? Because it seems very, it almost looks French, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because I had to have a picture gallery because General Romulo was so awesome. I mean,
Right.
there he was with the Kennedys, with Roosevelt, with Indira
Well-traveled.
Gandhi, well-traveled, Shirley Temple. I mean, you name it, Nehru, he was there. So I said, the best accessories for this place would be just nothing more than his photos.
So it was an homage to him.
Exactly.
Okay,
Thank
next
you.
we have cerchio. I said that
Cerchio.
correct.
Yes, you did.
Okay, what exactly is cerchio?
Okay, Romulo Cafe was very, very successful, happily, and we had a predicament that we couldn't entertain everybody.
Okay.
So we had a lot of unhappy customers because we couldn't sit them. So my husband and I drove around one day and said, "Hon, can we find a place so we could just do something for, for the people whom we cannot accommodate?" And we drove by Scout Limbaga, and I said, "I love Scout Limbaga. It's a wide street." We saw this office, and I said, "There's a possibility here."
So it was an
We could
office
work on this. It
that
was
you
an
turned
office.
into a resto.
Yes.
How do you know where to put the kitchen? I mean, it's such a different feel from an old resto turning it into a new one,
Exactly.
as opposed to an office space becoming a resto.
Well, you understand the volume of the space.
Okay.
That's what you look for. It had the volume, it had the ceiling height, and therefore it could work.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
basically.
really have to have the vision for it.
The vision and lots of experience, I must
Okay,
say.
so maybe we
Right.
can see what you've done with
So
it after.
So you could see
Oh,
there,
there you go.
yeah, there.
Beautiful. And what aesthetic is this particularly?
I just kind of fell in love with Sydney. And so I
Oh.
said, I wanted to have like a Sydney vibe. It's relaxed, it's casual.
But very cosmopolitan,
But
though.
very cosmopolitan, yeah. That's exactly what I wanted to capture, and I'm so glad you got
It's
it.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a frustrated interior designer. So, okay, so
You
this is the
nailed
wonderful
it.
cerchio. And what
Yes.
exactly is the food in there before we move to the next?
Wow. Okay, it's Mediterranean. It's Mediterranean food with Asian food.
So it's a fusion thing.
It's a fusion, but it's not confusion.
Okay.
Yes, our partners, ANC and Sandy, are relentless
Okay.
with the taste of the food. So it's just as wonderful as Romulo.
And it's nice because we have a third one still.
I know.
It's called thaipan.
It's called thaipan. Yeah, it's a pun on
Okay.
the word thaipan. It serves Thai food.
Okay.
It's a sister company to the restaurant in Sorrento called Thai at Silk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what exactly did you? Was it an office space?
No,
was it a
this one was just a
house?
simple residence. My challenge was it was so small. My challenge was how do I increase the square footage?
Did you
of-
do
of
it?
the- yeah, we were
Did
able
you
to
do
do
it?
it surprisingly.
You didn't knock anything down. And what was the inspiration for this particular look?
Okay. Well, I fell in love with the 60s split level look. So that's how we solved the problem. I put a big Lexan roof
Okay.
so that I increased my outdoor space.
Oh wow, what a difference!
What a difference, no?
Because I'm only looking at the pictures of Thaipan now.
That's right. Yeah, and I found this gorgeous supplier of lanterns, this exporter of lanterns, and he was very gracious enough to work with us, and that was the only artwork that I needed. It was the only design element that I needed.
So beautiful.
Thank
Okay, so this is
you.
your personal stuff, but
This is
let's
my
talk
personal
about
stuff. Yes.
let's talk about s.o.f.a. and how you got involved with that.
All right. Okay. My husband again was
Your
friends.
husband, does he run your life?
It appears that way.
No, I'm kidding.
Thank God he's nice. No, he's friends with Cheese's husband.
Okay.
Yeah, and Joa. That's how I met Cheese Ledesma, and I also bumped into them socially.
Okay.
And at one point, they asked us if we would be interested to found a school, which was the s.o.f.a. School of Interior Design.
You were part of the founding body.
We are. Yeah, me and my sister Cynthia and my husband Yong are part of the founding
Did you set up
body.
the standards? Did you set up the system?
Yes, yes, yes. We had a lot of brainstorming in my house, and we had to establish how we will be different, how dynamic we will be, and
It's a little different though from actually just
Yes.
interior design to coming up with a school for it.
right.
So where did you get your mindset for that, and how did you come up with a particular system for it?
The thing is, you cannot do away. There are simply subjects that shed mandates
Okay.
that you have.
This is for a 4-year course.
For a 4-year course, which of
design.
course guarantees that by the time they graduate, they know the basics.
Right.
But beyond the basics, the plus is, I guess, that since Cynthia and I are practicing interior designers,
Right.
we can actually call the relevant subjects.
Yes.
And
And the nowness of it.
Yes, and the nowness of it, and infuse it, and have the culture of dynamism in the faculty and in the students.
Okay,
The
but you're
student
working with a
body.
lot of young people.
Yeah, I know.
Carla was here and she kept mentioning your name and she was like, oh, Miss Ivy.
I know.
It's nice to work around young.
I love, yes, I do.
And it's good
Yeah.
to also give back because someone was asking
the
you a while ago,
time.
why
Yeah.
did you decide to get into teaching? Did you always want to teach?
I was lucky enough that I had, like you, if I may say, and I admire you, the gift of communication. You know,
Oh, we just talk a lot.
I guess that's right. We do talk a lot. Yes, so I can articulate my thoughts, and so I thought it's time to mentor,
Right.
as I was mentored. So it's just giving back.
Okay, before we talk about the course you'll be teaching or the seminar you'll be
Yes,
teaching,
right.
what is your advice to all of those aspiring interior designers out there? Because I guess it's one of those courses that
Right.
you could go all the way because you can do the board or you can, because it's a fun
Right.
thing, so you can go and
Correct.
enjoy it. What would you say to
Correct.
people who want to be interior designers?
Okay. Unfortunately, in my batch, there must have been 4 classes of 50 each, so 200 of us. No more than 5 practiced.
5 out of 200?
Yes, and
That's
I
a
do
bad
not.
percentage.
I know it's so. I do not want that mortality rate
Of course.
to happen here. You know, so if they are serious about interior design and they want to make it a business and they want for it to have longevity, then s.o.f.a. is the school
Okay.
to go to. I think, yeah.
Well, that's an amazing plug, isn't it?
Isn't it?
From
It
Miss
just
Ivy
just came
Almario.
out.
But what, before we let you go, I can
Yes.
talk to you the whole day, but before we
Thank
let
you,
you go, what will you be teaching quickly?
Okay.
And invite everyone to join your course.
Sure. Okay. My short workshop is on visual editing. You know how you go through a magazine and you tag, and you
Yes.
tag, and you tag, and you tag.
Okay.
20 magazines later, you have a whole basket full of magazines. And
That was me.
You love it, but you just can't put it together because you know you're attracted to something, but there's no cohesive thought. I will try to teach you to make it cohesive.
Okay.
That's the challenge.
Where
Yeah.
can they call to get in touch with s.o.f.a and all of the courses? Well, maybe
For
we'll just
sure
flash
we'll
it.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's
But
right.
Miss Ivy, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you today, and you're a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
And all the best with s.o.f.a's interior design leg as well.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you for watching Shop Talk. I'm Lexi Schultz. Follow ANC Shop Talk on Twitter and be a fan of ANC Shop Talk on Facebook. Join us again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.